Hi folks, just a quick video for posterity before I put the wife's right bike, forever bike, to bed. It's just out the showroom, out of the box, 7 miles on the clock, and here's how we've cut it about already because there are considerations. First thing, I've taken 1/2 inch off the handlebars so it can fit through the damn door. And I know everybody's talking about, oh, you can wiggle it through the door, but unfortunately that's the entrance and it's down a hole, so it has to be what it has to be. The next problem is going to be changing the mirrors because they are just about as wide as the handlebars, not quite but close, so they're going to have to be fold up out of the way mirrors. Okay, so that's that. Also on there is heated grips, which the Oxford heated grips for cruiser bikes, as opposed to the Oxford heated grips for sports bikes. Sports bikes have a narrower handlebar than cruiser bikes, so there's only one type you can get for cruiser bikes from Oxford, and this is them. Ordinarily they would have big chrome caps on the end, which actually make the bars even wider, and they have screw threads, and on the instructions it says the screw threads are easily removed. Well, you have to cut them with a hacksaw and then file it off, so I've done that. So there's the mount that comes with it, which I've sprayed black. Why doesn't it come black? It's a cruiser, it should come black, so I've sprayed that black, and it's the one I actually like. It's the ordinary one with not so many settings on as the one I've got on my VFR, which more settings and it's more confusing. This one also has a power socket on it. For people who try to repeat this, there is actually a socket on the bike, an accessory connection, but you can only put one thing on it and you can't really expand on it. So for the Oxford grips, what I have done is, you could wire it directly to the battery, but I figured there's going to be lots of things get wired into the battery. So with the seat off, what I have done is I have wired in a relay. It's a 30 amp relay, but who's greedy? I've put a 15 amp fuse in it, plus a little breakout box so I can run different things off that relay. So the relay is only working while the bike's running, and this is one of those things that yeah, that's the battery in there. On the 6th day, God had a beer and invented the battery box for the Honda Rebel, which is like completely unusable. The battery is right underneath everything. You've got to take the whole electrics out to get the battery out. Thanks a lot. So anyway, so what I've done is I've just wired one wire, that's the hot wire, all the way back here, and I have created a earth point up there, so it's earth to the chassis, and all the wires from the hot grips come through there. They're nailed together. There's not much room underneath there because this fuel tank has a bracket underneath it. Can you see the bracket? Oh, I don't think I can really get in there. Trust me, there's a little bracket, but so I couldn't put anything in here. I could only shove it down the side. But anyway, there's all the connections. Obviously the fuel tank's all covered in cling film to keep it fresh, so I don't scratch it. So that's where I've run my cables, and that's how I've connected the Oxford heated grips. Everything else about Oxford heated grips you already know. They're stuck on with super glue. That's the way you arrange them, and that's the way you run the wires. And just to prove it's a brand new bike, click, look at that, 7 miles. So I'm going to clean the bike up, put tank grips on. We're waiting for the engine bars to arrive, and we're waiting for the screen. But this has to get ready. Oh yeah, we've taken the seat off because Mrs. Wrong Bike is a short ass and she can't actually get her leg off that over that. So basically, the Rebel is the only bike that she can ride, and it's green, which we've called Halo Green. If you've ever played Halo, this is the right colour for a Halo bike. So there you go. That's what we've done after 7 miles. Catch you again. Oh, forgot to mention, stop press. The way to get the relay to work is you need something that comes on when the ignition is on. This wire here is wired into, I don't know if you can see it down there. Down there, there's a 3-way connector, and there's a pink and purple wire that I've soldered into, and that's the wire that goes to the tail light. So that's how that relay functions. It gives it the trigger so that power can make it run, which is very important information if you're trying to wire up a relay into a Rebel. Thanks a lot, guys.